just help us with. So today's topic is teamwork. So, why teamwork? Like, what is teamwork and why are we discussing it today?
A very interesting topic. Like Twinkle said, the topic is teamwork. Um, exactly. So why are we discussing teamwork? And the reason is because our account, what we do is we try to help college students and people who are looking for jobs and people who are currently working. So you guys, if you're out there, remember whenever you're in an environment, even if it's college, if it's school, if you're in office, you have to work with a large group of people. Okay. And to work with a large group of people, you need to understand how to work with a team. And that is exactly what we're doing today, because a lot of people do not understand that when they are going through job interviews, a lot of the interviewers, they look for factors within the candidate to make sure that, they are team players. You can't
Hmm.
be an individual by yourself. You need to be someone who can adjust to people around you. So that's why we're covering this today.
Right. So, if someone is a student or an employee, knowing how to work in a group is important, is what you're saying, coach, right? Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. Got it, got it. So, I guess people have followed and we can go forward because after listening to this, I realize being a student or employee, teamwork is important. So, I'm really very curious and just let's go for it.
Because anyone can relate to this. We've had to work in teams since we were in kindergarten. So I think it's very useful. So let's start with the first one. The first uh, tip or trick to functionally work in a team would be definitely to keep a creative work employment environment. Now, what does a creative work environment mean? It basically means that no matter where we are, if we're working, whatever it is, we need to keep things a little creative. So, Twinkle, I'm asking you this question. What if I assigned you a team in an office and
Okay.
you have to do a
Hmm.
project, but
Mm-hmm.
this work that I'm giving you is very dull. The way I've designed it for you guys is also very, very boring. Like it's not a very fun thing to do,
Hmm.
to discuss. How would that make you feel as a worker?
So first of all, coach, I'll be very discouraged because first of all, I have to do something which I'm not interested in. Secondly, when you're working with people, doing something boring is very annoying.
Right. And I feel like at work we come with this personality that we're already tired, And again, if we give the group this group work something even more boring, you have to work with
Hmm.
other people. When we work with other people, we have to put a certain personality. That itself takes a lot of effort. So if I give you something dull to do, it would be even worse. So my advice to employers, people who are not hiring, people who are hiring, they're not working, make sure the group projects that you give, design it in a way that's actually fun. It's not lifeless. Second, for employees, if you're in a group and you know that your work is dull, you know your work is repetitive, you know your work
Hmm.
can get over and it's annoying you, you guys decide, make a decision to change it a little bit. Make it fun for yourselves. That's the only way that you can avoid any type of conflict. Remember, guys, before I get into the points, me and Twinkle are here to answer your questions. So please do not feel shy. Please write it down in the comments. And I think we
Right.
have a comment
One
down
question.
here.
Yes, coach.
Yes.
Coach, so he has to ask, when you work with teams, individual development automatically happens.
I think he's making a point, and it is very right. The
Right.
reason why we work in teams is to develop as a human being in the sense that you will learn how to work with other people. And that is definitely a development. I was an only child, Twinkle, and did you have any siblings growing up?
Yeah, I have a younger sister with me.
Had a younger sister, so you know to an extent that, I need to be adjusting of my boundaries, and there's another
Hmm.
person I need to share my space with, right?
Right.
But the thing is,
Yes.
when you're an only child, I was an only child, it's very
Hmm.
hard for me to adjust to other people in my space. So this is for only childs out there, or people, children out there, or people who just don't know how to adjust. These tips will help you, right? Adjust to this
Right.
environment. Anyway, so first tip, definitely make it interesting. the more fun it is, the more you'll enjoy, being
Right.
with this team. It'll be fun. Next one is,
Uh, Coach,
yes.
before we move ahead, we have a question on the same thing. Can you differentiate between teams and groups? Justify how to avoid conflicts. A very good question we have here, Coach.
There is a difference between team and group, in the sense that there can be a group of people who don't have to work together. So, for example, let's say that there is something and they're trying to group on the basis of gender. They're trying to separate. So they will put females in one group and they will put males in another group. Okay? Or, for example, if they're trying to differentiate an age group, Twinkle, you know how they put below 15 in one group, below 18 in one group? That is a
Correct.
group.
Yes.
A team. A team is a group of people who have the same objective. All of them have the same goal. All of them have the same thing that they have to work for, and they have to work together. A group does
Right.
not have to work together. A group may not have the same goal, but the group can be basically people who have some sort of similarity within them for them to be placed together. All right?
Right.
Yeah. So, the next point on how to how to work in a team would be
Right.
maintain a sense of clarity when it comes to your goals and your mission. So now let's talk about a project. Let's say we had a project and it was four people in a group. Let's say me and you, Twinkle, were in a group and there are two other people with us. Don't you think that if we knew that, you had certain jobs in the project and I knew what my jobs were, don't you think it would work better when both of us understand that, okay, you have this to do, I have this to do. The only thing we need to make sure is we get it done on time, right? Don't you think that makes
Right.
it a little easier? What do you think? What are your opinions?
Yeah, so coach, to speak in a very, layman's language, if you know what to do, you can do it. So basically, if the goals are clear to you, you can achieve the results. Unless you do not know, what to do, you won't be able to do it. So you won't reach to the results, right?
I agree. And I also think that you should know what you're supposed to do, and your group members should also be very clear on what you need to do and what
Right.
everyone else is doing. Right.
Yes, yes. Coach, we have one more question here. He has to say he's very awkward while working with others. If you can give him some tip where he feels free.
Understand, and I feel like a lot of people are feeling do feel awkward, and the reason is because they have that, they have a sense of social anxiety, which stops them from working. I think the only thing you can do is you need to understand that you have to work with other people. Okay, and I would say try to go above your outside your comfort zone. Try to talk to people, try to socialize, try to talk about your interests. One of my points here, which I will get to, is about building friendships. When you know that you have to work with people, this is the reality. Try to build friendships, try to get a little more friendly so you can feel comfortable. The second you know a little bit more about a person, don't you think, Twinkle, when we know someone a little better, we feel a little more comfortable around them?
Yes, coach, even I agree. When you're working with others, we can start, by knowing the person. For example, if I just know your name, where you come from, we have some topics where we connect. Once that part is generated, then we can speak, freely to the person. So communication is the key, as you said.
Said. No, yeah, just like you said, communication, when you communicate with another person and you just talk to them about, what is your interest, what work do you like to do, this, it'll just come easily, this communication. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one more. Ma'am, give us some tips, how to find job because I've completed my graduation, but still I can't find a job. I'll suggest, I cannot find your name here, but Angel, regarding the jobs, you can surely connect with us at Board Infinity's Instagram, and you can just DM us and you will find all your answers over there. So
Yeah. So
we'll surely
Angel,
connect
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yes,
What
yes.
Twinkle is trying to say is, just like she said, the life that we're focusing on is about teamwork and how to get better. But Board Infinity helps, we are a career-oriented company. We just DM us or just drop a comment and we will DM you. We'll definitely help with that. I think there's
Yes,
a
and you
few
can also
questions.
visit
Yes.
our website. Yeah, you will have a contact number there. Next we have is, do ego matters when it comes to teamwork? We are getting a lot of questions, coach, and
Yeah.
people really
Okay.
agree. As I said earlier, teamwork is really very important in any stage. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Teamwork is very important, and ego does not matter in the sense that I think when people work as a team, ego tends to happen. Ego happens, and we let our egos get to it. Like when we need to talk to other people and start a conversation, we let our egos get to us, and for that reason, we can't form these better relationships. Um, I would say try to avoid using your ego. That's the only way you can make genuine relationships, right? Twinkle, don't you think when we put aside our ego, so many different things can happen for us in our lives?
Yes, yes. Because
Yeah,
here our target should be to get the results, in a team, where everyone plays a very important role. Here ego shouldn't play any role. That is what even I feel.
aside and understand that you're a
Yes.
part of a very big company and you have a job to do. That's the only way. Yeah. Mm.
Next we have Ankit Sharma. He has to say, sometimes he feels very nervous while talking. It feels like I don't know what to speak.
Also happens,
Yes.
the stage fright. And if you're speaking in your job specifically, I would suggest there are two things I can suggest. First, you work on your fluency and you practice speaking as much as you can. Second one, if you do have an issue with English communication, we at Alpha Board actually provide classes. Essentially, we start with a demo class session and we understand your level of fluency, English fluency, and then we build a course based on your skills. So if you really do think that you need to work on yourself, please DM us or drop a comment and we will get in touch with you and we can start classes with you as well. So that will help your speaking and that will obviously help you excel in your career.
So, coach, we can see a lot of people have questions. So again, I'll repeat, all of you who are not followed Alpha Board till now, just go and follow it because this is just one of the sessions. There are a lot more where you can come, you can comment, and we have a coach here who can clear all your doubts. So next we have is Muskan. Coach Muskan has to say she is an introvert. Can you share some tips to build relationship at workplace?
Muskan, I think that I have fluctuated. That means I've
Yes.
moved between an introvert and an extrovert all my life. I feel like, Twinkle, don't you think sometimes in parts of your life you feel like you've been an extrovert, but sometimes you've been an introvert? It keeps changing. So I
Yes.
definitely know how you feel when you say you're an introvert. And I would say just take it step by step. Okay. Try to first build a relationship with one person. And I'm not saying instantly go to a get together, nothing, because I know as an introvert it can be intimidating. So I would say first talk to one person, start a little conversation, then maybe try to build on that one relationship. To ask them what do they do outside the workplace. If you really want to build a relationship, do they have any hobbies? And I'm sure you both will find something that you can bond over and you can, take it further from work. And then the second you become a little comfortable with one person, you will understand how easy it is. It's not very hard, especially when we're adults, right? I feel like as a teenager, I've understood how hard it is to talk to people when I was younger. But the second you have like you're surrounded by adults, they also, understand that, this is the relationship that it's going to be like. This is how we're going to be at the workplace. If we're outside they know how to act. So use that as your comfort zone that they know how to behave. So try not to get intimidated and build on one relationship and see where that goes.
Yes, yes. Next we have, he has to say, just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So next we have is Venkatesh. He is asking, is communication or technical skills, which is more important for a job?
It really depends on the type of job. But these days, if you're looking for a standard corporate job, it's both. There are many people, there are many candidates who have all the skills in the world. they know how to do everything, but just because they don't have the basic communication skills and just because they cannot speak fluently, they lose out on the job. The only explanation for this, Venkatesh, is that now everything is so competitive. There are people who can do everything and they can't get a job. So you need to make sure you have all the skills that is required for the type of job that you're applying for. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
What do
Next
you
we have
think,
is
Twinkle?
Kunti.
Twinkle, what do you
So
think?
my comment on this, coach, would be, both are important because technical is something you learn, and once you have learned the technicals, you need to learn communication, because that is only when you will have to communicate to your interviewer. What technical skills you know, how do you communicate? That is one. Second is, in any workplace you need to speak to your employees. As our topic suggests, for teamwork, communication is the important thing. So for that, I feel, communication should be there along with the technical skills. There is nothing like up and down, it goes hand in hand.
I agree with you. And Twinkle, shall we continue with some of the points and then we answer questions? Okay.
Sure, we can
Yeah,
do.
let's
Yes.
get back to it, guys. Just for a second, we'll answer your questions. We love the fact that our audience is so interactive today. We're really happy. So the next tip would be, which is very important, and I think it's something that's understood, is that when you're in a group, you need to speak in a way that is very respectful. You need to be respectful to your colleagues, to your co-workers. What do you think, Twinkle, about this?
Yeah, coach, I feel this is pretty obvious.
Yeah,
Respectful
exactly.
communication, as in you respect them, they respect you. If there could be difference in opinion, as you have also mentioned in your previous, sessions also, that difference in opinion is fine. But communicating that in the right way, respectfully, should be the thing. If you can add something, coach, to that. Yes.
Yeah, so like I said in the previous sessions, if you guys check, like there's going to be people who don't agree with you, okay? But the difference between a personal relationship and a workplace relationship is that you can't express how aggressive you feel about an opinion because it is that environment. So remember, when you're in a team, you're going to disagree with people and you just have to be respectful, because the second, Twinkle, don't you think the second there's even a slightest vibe of conflict, there's going to be an issue. There is always some sort of distraction when there's a fight in a group, and you're not only sacrificing your own progress throughout a project that you've been assigned, but it's everyone in the group. You are accountable for everyone. So you need to be responsible and mature in a way where you have to put your differences aside and just work together and be
Right.
respectful. Right.
Yes.
The next point, which is also very important, is celebrate your success and learn from failure. So, Twinkle, when I say this point, what do you think I'm
Mhm.
talking about? Like celebrating success, what would you think I'm talking about exactly?
Uh, just in one word, coach, correct me if I'm wrong. It means like motivating. So when it is always said, if you like someone's work, say it in front of everyone. But in case if someone is doing a mistake, just tell him personally, right, where he can improve.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I mean. It means that as a group, whenever anyone has a contribution, or if you, as a group, you are excelling together, you're doing well together,
Hmm.
always celebrate what you are doing. Always, even if it's one person in the group doing something, celebrate it.
Hmm.
Because the second it gets celebrated, it's a good feeling. We are acknowledging a good thing that's happening. And success, whenever there's failure, learn from it. Do not
Hmm.
scream, do not make a big deal about failure like you do when you're celebrating a success. Do not over exaggerate the failure, but learn from it. Okay? Failures happen for a reason. It means we're not doing something correctly and we have to change it to get our results. So, whenever we have
Hmm.
a failure, if someone is doing something wrong, understand as a group what is wrong, how as a team can we solve this problem. Yeah.
Right. So, coach, one failure can, help others also to learn. And in case of success, you get motivated that, that person did something and that is celebrated, even I should do something. So that is,
It's
the good point
inspiring.
of teamwork which you have brought to us. Yes, yes.
Do we have any
Uh,
question?
yeah, so coach, we'll take few questions and then we can go on to the next points. Yeah. So we had stopped with Kuldeep. So Kuldeep has to say, ma'am, how he can say fluent English.
Made a video on this, if I'm not wrong, to increase your fluency. So first, please check one of the IGTV videos. We have done a live session on how to increase fluency. There are many ways to increase fluency. I would say start with practicing. Fluency means you're speaking in a correct manner. So start with
Hmm.
practicing. Also, try to watch TV shows that in English that you're interested in and keep the subtitles on. There are many tips and tricks to fluency, and we've done a whole video on it, and that's really going to help you. Another way of increasing fluency is again joining the Alpha Board course. We will help you with anything that you need. We'll customize a course for you based on your, requirements. So yeah, do DM us. We can help you further. Yeah.
Also, coach, there would be a free demo session, right? If Kuldeep wants to enroll for the course, correct? Okay, okay. So
There
Kuldeep,
is a
yeah,
free demo.
go and follow Alpha Board and DM us. We'll definitely help you with the same. Next, we have coaches. Can you define selfish team or selfish team leader?
A selfish team is one that is so in an organization, there are many departments that work together. All right, we know this in a corporate organization, whatever it is. A selfish team is essentially a team that is only concerned with their own goals. They forget that they forget that they are actually adding to a bigger organization and they are only
Hmm.
focused on their own goals and they don't care about the other departments, and that happens in many organizations, and that's a problem actually that exists, that teams,
Hmm.
they become so comfortable with their teams where it's either they're working with their team or they don't care. Like it's a very selfish thing that happens. So selfish teams. Selfish leader would be exactly a team leader, same thing. Just a team leader that's only concerned with the benefits of their own team that they're leading, and they don't
Hmm.
care about what the other teams have to do, which is not good. We have to remember that we are an employee of something bigger than our team, you know? So that's very important as well.
Yes, yes. We have question from Angel again. This is connected to the previous. We also don't know. While speaking that this is our ego or self-respect. So, coach, if you can highlight her on this thing.
Was, do we, sorry, what was the question? That when we're talking, it's either ego or self-respect?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So sometimes when, yeah, just to give you a brief
Happens.
quote about the question, she just wants the difference, while speaking. Maybe it's not the ego, but the person feels it's a ego or a self-respect. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So, we don't know that if it's our ego or self-respect. I totally understand that whenever there's a conflict, whenever there's a problem, you also have to keep your dignity, right? You
Hmm.
can't just let someone disrespect you. But I think when you're keeping your self-respect, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Hmm.
let someone disrespect you, nothing like that. I'm trying to say there are very dignified, respectful ways of having and maintaining your self-respect. Okay,
Correct.
you can
Hmm.
always maintain your self respect in a very graceful way. So I'm just saying, if you're ever in that situation where this person is trying to hurt your feelings, whatever it is, just try to be a little dignified when you're replying. Keep your self respect, make your point, but don't be disrespectful or brash, which is very important. Yeah.
Correct, correct. So this again connects to our next question, where someone has again asked to differentiate between ego and self-respect, which I feel you have already answered. So moving on to the next, I guess, coach, we can cover a few questions. I mean the teamwork points, yeah, and then we can move to the questions again. Yes.
Another example would be um, Twinkle, don't you think that when like we spoke about this before, when we make friendships in the workplace, doesn't that help? Like, what do you think? Like, you've worked in teams before. When you
Right.
have a friend in the team, how do you feel?
So, same way, coach, as I said, before you directly jump to talking about the work related communication, an informal talk, about the name or hi, how are you, what do you do, what are your hobbies, your interests, this gets you two things. One, you are very familiar with the person, and you, like, he becomes your friend, right? And then, talking to him about any problem you're facing during the work or work related becomes a little easier. So coach, do you suggest, in team, for the teamwork, being friends helps?
I suggest that when you have friends in your team, you're just going to feel so much. You sometimes feel like you're not even coming to work. Okay, it's very good to have friends. And you know what? Sometimes we also get put into groups with our friends, and that's we feel very lucky. So the second you start making actual friends within your team, trust me, your work is going to get so much easier, guys. Just try. And I feel like we don't try because we get nervous, but you're it could be a chance that someone in your team is also looking for a friend, you know,
Hmm.
and both of you find
Right.
each other. So I think it's definitely good to be friends with your team and build that informal relationship to work better and in a nicer environment. Okay.
Right. Right.
The next point would be for sure to take breaks whenever is required. Sometimes we have a lot of deadlines and we constantly need to, we need to get our work done. But
Right.
as a human being, whenever someone works very hard constantly without any breaks, don't we feel like we get a little frustrated, like Twinkle, like when we're just working, 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 we get a little irritable, right?
Yes, yes. And coach, not only us, our whole system, the mind and everything needs a
We
break.
get tired, everything needs a
Right.
break, right? And
Yes, yes.
so think of that feeling, guys. Everyone's felt it before. Imagine that, but like four other people are feeling it, and we're forced to do something together. It just doesn't work. It just adds to a very dysfunctional result. So I would
Right.
suggest please take breaks, go on a coffee break together. And sometimes I would also suggest that sometimes when we're around people for too long, we get irritated. We like our own
Right.
space. So
Hmm.
take a break from them. You don't always have to see your team members. For example, if we're working from 9 o'clock in the morning till lunch, go sit alone at lunch and eat by yourself. Take a breather. You know, you don't want to always put up an impression that you have to talk to people, right? Sometimes just relax yourself, or else you're going to get exhausted and it's just going to be very chaotic at the end of it. So please take a break at the end of it. Okay.
Yes.
Um, do we answer some questions?
Sure, coach. I'll just take forward. Here we have question. Respect should be earned, not to be demanded. Some team leaders are so different in this case. Coach, what do you have to say on this?
There are team leaders who are extremely strict in the sense that their whole approach is that they won't respect you unless you prove to them that you're a good individual. And I suggest don't get very affected by that, even though I'm a firm believer about a workplace environment that is positive and something that is not very toxic in that sense. But if you are dealing with a team leader like that, I would say just do your work and prove your potential. You're put into a group with such a strict, trust me, your boss who puts you with a strict team leader knows if you can handle it. So yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Take it
correct.
as, take it as I was supposed to be here. I can handle it. No point of getting intimidated. Let me do my job, and I'm sure this team leader will appreciate me. If you
Correct.
go with that attitude, you're going to be fine. Don't worry. Don't get intimidated.
Yes. Coach, we have few people like Rahman, Sushant. They are saying that, they are not able to speak in English and communication is really weak for them. So I guess, coach, again, they need to come in contact with you through the means of Alpha Board. They can DM you, right?
Alpha Board account, and we're going to get in touch with you. We have courses, guys, that will help you. So don't worry. It's completely fine, and
Right,
it's
right.
fixable. Yeah.
Right. So, along with questions, we have a compliment here, coach, that Angel has to say, thank you so much, and you both are doing really well. So, Angel, we want you to help you more, with English communication or with your career job. So, go and follow Alpha Board and Board Infinity both. We are here to help you. Next, we have is a person saying that he or she having self-respect, nothing but ego. Okay, so coach, sometimes a person, feels that it is, for example, if I'm talking to you, I feel I'm showing self-respect, but you feel it's a ego. So, how do we tackle with that?
I think whenever there's an issue with that, you just need to communicate. There's honestly
Right.
nothing, when it comes to conflicts, I think communication is key. And if you are trying to show that you are showing your self-respect, tell them. Say that, the reason I'm speaking like this is because I didn't like what you said. And this isn't
Hmm.
about, it isn't about ego. It's just the fact that I just didn't like it and you disrespected me. And I don't deserve that disrespect. If you just communicate that, they will understand that this isn't an ego thing. It's just how you feel. And it's normal to feel that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we have last data science course. You can connect with us on Board Infinity and the website, and also on Instagram. You can just DM us. We'll be there for you. Moment. Yeah. So, coach, moving on to the next point. So is it something more adding for the teamwork? Because this session is becoming really interesting. There are a lot of people who are, putting in questions, and we always have the coach here to answer them. So thank you so much, coach, and you can just go forward. We have someone saying thank you for answering the questions without ego. Okay, that's a sarcasm shootout here.
Yes.
Yeah, coach.
Now
So.
let's move on. And I just have anyways, our session is almost coming to an end. I just have one point left, which is very important when you're working with the team, is to always understand each and every person's strengths. Now, just to wrap up the last point, I will just explain this with example. Twinkle, for example, we are working together. Okay,
Okay.
we are working together, and I give you a task that doesn't exactly align with your strengths. How would that make you feel? Like, what would you rather have rather than this?
Right. So, coach, in case of that thing, I'll, ask you to give me a task in which I am good at. This will motivate me. Second, I can avoid the errors, in this matter.
Also, like, a very large waste of time when this happens, like when someone is not given a task that is aligning with their skills. It's a very large waste of time. So how do we
Right.
avoid this? I would say,
Mhm.
as someone who is forming a team, please analyze each person and their strengths. And for someone who is a part of a team, if you know that someone is clearly not good at something, speak up and tell them that, I think you would be better off here. And you're probably
Mhm.
going to do someone a favor by suggesting something that they're not good at, and they're not enjoying. So yeah, that's the last point. Everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Me and Twinkle had so much fun today just hosting this session for you guys. Remember, I will see you once every week, and we have other videos. I think we have 4 videos a week. So please follow Alpha Board. And yeah, if no one has any questions, we can end the session.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much, all the participants. We had a lot of questions, for this session, and looking forward, that you go and follow Alpha Board. Join us in the next session, and there also, I would be there as the host, and the coach would be there to answer all your questions. So yeah,
Guys,
thank you so much.
thank
Thank you so much,
thank you,
coach, for
Twinkle.
joining in and sharing the
See you.
knowledge. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.